about the Stone Age. Where can we see the remains of the Stone Age? We can see the remains of the Stone Age in a place that we call Harrat Awel. Do you know where is it?
It's a Harat viewpoint?
Exactly, the viewpoint. If you went in there, you will see their tombs in beside the road. The tombs of the Stone Age in the road. Second, we have the Bronze Age. Where can we see the remains of the Bronze Age? In a place that we call Hijra.
Hijra.
You know Hijra?
Yeah.
And if you went there, you will see their tombs. Then, the first, literally the first civilization, what we call Dadan and Jabal Ikmah, or Dadan and Lahyan. We are talking about 2,900 years ago. That means 900 before Christ. Okay? Today we're going to focus on this one. Then we have Nabatean Kingdom. When we said Nabatean Kingdom, we are talking about the Bedouin who used to live in Jordan first, and they create Petra in there. Then later on, they came to live here in Hijra, because Hijra were located on the trade route. Then we have the Roman. I'm quite sure that you know the Roman. The Roman arrived in here as a huge army surrounding Hijra for months, just to make sure that they finished this civilization.
So they are the one who put the end to Nabatean civilization?
Yes.
Oh.
Then we have Islamic period, when our Prophet Muhammad arrived. I mean 1,400 years ago. Muslim people used to live in a village that we called Qurh today. Look like the old town, but it's not, it's a little different. Located near to Al-Ula airport. This one is still closed, not open yet. Then we have Ottoman Empire, Turkish people.
Yeah.
They arrived in here just to build a train from Syria to Mecca so they can help Muslim people to do a Hajj. This train worked for 6 years only. Then it's been destroyed totally by Lawrence of Arabia and the Bedouin tribe before the World War I. And the last civilization will be us as Saudi Kingdom. We're gonna start by showing you where is Dadan on the map. Where is Dadan?
Yeah.
It's right in here. طيب. Why we are showing Dadan? Because I wanted to know why Dadanik choose to live in this spot. They choose to live in here because this spot located on this road, and that will be the incense and spices road. Doesn't have any smell. We use it to clear the air.
Yeah.
طيب. Back then they used to bring the incense from where?
China.
Exactly. India and China, all through the ocean until they reach Yemen. Ma'ini civilization is Yemen back then. Then from Yemen all the way up to Dadan. From Dadan it will go all around the world. Iraq, Egypt, Jordan, wherever. That's why they choose to live in here. Dadanik themselves, the people who lived in there, they were Arab, they were farmers, traders, and they are professional, so professional with carving the statues. Small and huge statues. This civilization was so powerful civilization. That's why a lot of their neighbors wanted to come and live with them. One of those neighbors, what we called Ma'ini civilization. I mean the people who used to live in Yemen back then. What Ma'ini did, they sent a huge group from Yemen all the way up to Dadan with the king called Hani. So Hani is Ma'ini king or Yemeni king, okay? When they reached Dadan, they talked to the Dadanic king saying that we want to work with you, live with you, and get married from your women. And that's exactly what happened. Later on, after many years, Hani, the Ma'ini king, wanted to do something very special for his people. That's why he bought this amazing mountain here. He bought it, this one, and he carved 4 lions on it. 1, 2, and we have more here. Okay, so we have 4 lions. And he said no one is allowed to be buried inside except of my people who I bring with me from Yemen, from south. Today we call this mountain the Lions Tombs, because those are tombs. And that will be our first stop, inshallah. Remember, that's the only thing who doesn't belong to the Danik. It belongs to the people who came from south, from Yemen. Second, our second stop, we will take the bus to visit the temple, the Danik temple. They lived in here 900 years before Christ, okay? So they were pagan. paganism, the people who are allowed to worship any god that they want. They built this huge temple for one of their gods, what they call Dhu Ghaiba or Dhu Ghabat, that means unknowing God. And they said, if anyone wanted to visit that temple, he had to bring one of 3 sacrifices. That means as a visitor, you have to choose between those 3 to bring one of them with you to the temple. First, you will bring incense or incense burner itself. So you will bring the incense
Yeah.
or the item itself, the incense burner.
Okay.
Second, you are allowed to bring some small statues, such as this one, presenting yourself as a visitor. This is a fake one, so you can.
Yeah.
For example, if I want to visit the temple, I'm gonna bring this one with me, saying, "This is me. This is Sahar." They will keep it there. That's why in that temple we found 3,000 small statues representing the visitor and 16 huge ones like this one, double our size. But those, the huge one, representing the kings, not the normal person or people. So the huge are kings, the small are normal person. Those huge helped us to open our Saudian exhibition, the first Saudian exhibition that we opened in France 2019, and now it's in India. The third choice, to bring some animal sacrifice, such as goat, horse, whatever. Okay, here in this visitor center we have some original pieces from what we found in the temple. If you want to check it with me, those are the small statues. Here we have the Dadan inscriptions. Remember that they were Arab, they speak in Arabic, but they use this alphabet. And the last one in there, a statue in a medium size, representing one of their kings. And usually it will give us idea about what they wear back then. He is wearing something like the Roman skirt, and he is wearing some bracelet or accessories in his arm. Okay? The last thing that I want you to know before we go outside, that we as a local used to call this area Al-Khurayba, and that's an Arabic word mean the destroying place. It's just destroyed place. We don't care that much about this area until our government decided that this is a heritage site. And that happened in 2004. They start to exploiting this area since that time until now. That's why we're not allowed to get near to the lion's tombs. Otherwise, we're okay.
I see.
Okay? If you are ready, we're gonna start. The people who came from Yemen, and they've been buried in there, in the first mountain only. Okay? But from the corner until the end, those are Dadanic tombs. How many tombs that we have in this area? We have 2,000 tombs. The lions look like this. Those are the lions. We have 4. I want you to use the telescopes to find the lions. Okay? Sir, use the telescope to find them. And the same with you. they're still excavating this area. They didn't finish yet, but they believe that those are the houses. We are not sure yet. We cannot say this is the houses 100%, but if those are the houses, that means we have the whole city. The house in the middle, the tombs back or in the mountain, and the temple in front.
Aha.
So where's the temple? In front of us. But before explaining more about the temple, I want to show you a photo for two type of the tombs. This one is for the whole family. This is a tomb from inside for the whole family. And this one is individual tomb for just one person. Now let's start to explain the temple. The first thing that you can see in the temple is that huge basin in the middle. Look like a huge swimming pool. Okay, I want you to know that they carved that basin from one piece of rock. It's just one piece of rock. They use the chisel and the hammer to make it like this. From inside they carved 3 steps in it. They will make it full with the water, called it the holy water. From where they bring the water? From the well beside the basin.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and they said the first thing that you have to do as a visitor is get inside the basin, do some purification or cleaning yourself first, then you are allowed to enter one of the temple rooms. We have multiple rooms, some to give your prayers or to do your prayers, other to give your sacrifice, and etc. Now what we found in the temple itself, first they decorate their temple with the snakes here, believing that the snakes have the power to protect the temple from any danger. Second, we found almost 20 items of this. Do you know what is this?
Column?
No, look like, but it's not. So this is an incense burner. We saw the incense, and this is the incense burner. If you notice that they decorated with some animals, like the deers and the ox, proving that those animals used to live in here 2,900 years ago. Otherwise, how they draw it in this professional way. Here are the huge statues that we found. And remember that we said we found almost 16 of those huge statues representing their kings, the Dadan kings. We found 2 of them together in one room or one area. Here is the other one. And here we have more details about the Dadan kings, such as their sandals or their shoes, their accessories, and how they look like back then. And here is the last statues that we found in this area. Okay, the last, I'm gonna keep this file in here if you want to take a photo of it.
Okay.
The last thing that I want you to see before we leave to our second spot is that fort or castle in front of us, between us and the farm. not the red building, that one front of us right away. That is an Islamic castle or Abbasi castle. That means we were talking about 1,200 years ago, but this temple 2,900 years ago, proving that a lot of civilization used to live in the same area for the same reasons. First, located on the trade road. Second, surrounded by mountains, so it will give them protection from other civilization. And third, the most important, is full with underground water. Here in Al-Ula, we consider as the third biggest oasis in the whole kingdom. We have almost 2,300,000 palm trees, and those palm trees will give us more than 100 type of the dates. Now it will be your time to enjoying the area, taking your photo. If you need any help, me and my colleague will be in here. Whenever you are ready, we will go back.
And then we have workshop to teach you how Dadanite and Lihyanite carved their inscription in the rocks. Okay?
Sounds good.
Ready? Look at this. This is because we added it beside to the UNESCO list in 2023. It is many of the inscription. It's about 200 inscription. It talk about their life, political, economic, and also about their religion. Okay, look at there. Can you see it's like harps, like 5 musical instruments? Yeah, those talk about their social life. And the first one, in the left here, there is like a man. It's playing in it. Can you see it there?
Yes.
Yeah, this one talk about their social life. And here, Look there. Can you see some animals here? It's like ibex, deer, camels. Those talk about what they offering for their god, Dhu Ghaiba. And as we know, the main god for them is called Dhu Ghaiba. Dhu Ghaiba, it means unknown god. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have three kinds of their inscription. Look at this. Okay. The first one here, it's easy one. Anyone can do it. Okay. The next here, it's more deep. It could be they carve it by simple tools, harps, hammers, bakes, and the chisels. Okay. And the last one here, it's a 3D inscription. And the most beautiful inscription, look at there, in this rock. Look at there, yeah, this one. Okay, this one, it talk about their kings. They mentioned about 40 kings from the Hittite. And they use this area between the 6th to 4th century BC. That means 2,600 years ago. And the alphabet of Dadan, it contains 28 letters. It has the same sound of the Arabic language. And also they write from right to left, like Arabic language nowadays.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and this rock, some scholars, they think they bring it from here. Look at there. Or maybe it's filled, and then they mention their kings here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, any question?
No.
خذي احسن والله تعب.
Is it anything, any interesting information was got?
Yeah.